Hey y'all, welcome to a new episode of 5-Star Coach, where you live a 5-star life if you take the advice. I'm Coach D, aka Venus as a Boy, here with a different type of episode this week. We're going to talk about human design and astrology, working with the one part of the human design chart that requires your signature and your not self. Signature is the energy you should be aligning with to know you're in perfect harmony with who you are supposed to be in this life. And the not self is self-explanatory. It's literally who you aren't supposed to be. It's your not self, right? And I'm going to go through all 5 types of energy within human design, from projector, manifestor, and so on. Go over their signatures and then just give a piece of my wisdom that I've written down for each type to stay in alignment. All right. So now let's go ahead and get right into this. First one, projectors. Projectors' signature is success. Their not self is bitterness. You're never supposed to settle. So never look for something to just, okay, now I can just stop. You know, projectors see potential for improvement, so always strive for success. Standstill moments will cause that bitterness. And a standstill moment is literally feeling invisible. Now that's either with other people, with you going against your strategy or waiting for an invitation, and people are just like, okay, I didn't need that or whatever, or you're overlooking your own greatness and too busy focused on other things instead of developing yourself. Rest as much as possible. Align with a diligent spirit and keep creating. You know, when we rest as projectors, everything just comes to us and we just get in alignment and we do what we need to do. So always rest and let those ideas come to you, and then keep maximizing and growing on that potential all the time. Never settle. The moment you settle, the bitterness will kick in. However, always putting in work every day and striving towards a long-term goal, the success that you feel day to day will grow immensely, and then the growth within will match the growth on the outside. Now, the example for projectors, as far as astrology that I told you to go with, is Virgo placements. Virgo placements that are projectors, don't push yourself to your not self energy. Overlooking your greatness with nitpicking, clogging up your creative pathway with doubt and fear. Use your mercurial energy rulership to your advantage. When I say basically moving yourself into that not self energy, that's from that overthinking. Don't be overthinking nothing. It always will get better. As a projector, you'll always get better. And with Virgo placements, you'll always get better, period. So always know it's always going to get better. Stop overthinking it. Don't make it hard. And the nitpicking, like I said, it's going to get better. Stop picking it apart, because that will clog up the creative pathway, because you're like, oh, it's not good yet. It's not good yet. The whole time, it's exactly what it's supposed to be in that moment. So let it out. Rest to keep your anxiety down. Release creating stress, and progress with your crafts and passions while sharing them. Okay? All right. Now, number 2, manifestors. Manifestor signature is peace, and their not self is anger. Anytime you feel the need to get something off your chest as a manifestor, get it off your chest. Because because we're all human. Expressing anger is something that we will always do. Now, express it in the moment though. Don't let it linger. When you let it linger and you let it stay in your body and stay to yourself, you're destroying your own peace and you're moving yourself out of alignment. Just say exactly what you have to say, because the moment when you say things and clear the air, you will feel at peace. But the moment you try to suppress it for the moment to keep the peace, you're really not keeping the peace. You're just holding in your anger and your frustration. And now you're tearing up your own insides and your own equilibrium. So always get it off your chest. Clear the air. Because there's never nothing in the world worth holding on to. And now, the astrology example for this are Libras. Libra placements. You know exactly what you want to say. You know exactly how you want to say it. Do it. let it be known. Get it off your chest the first time. Clear the air right there the first time instead of letting something linger and you just continuously think about it and think about it and think about it. And now you're upset at the world when you need to be upset at yourself. The world is disrupting your peace. You just want peace. If you want peace, create the peace within. You don't worry about creating the peace for everybody else. Create the peace within. And then you will attract those peaceful encounters, environments, and things of that nature. But you're chaotic in the inside, and it's a bunch of hostility that you're holding on to and anger. That's what you're going to attract. You are what you attract. Matter of fact, you attract anything, but you are what you entertain. So always remember that. Get it off your chest the first time, because you know what you want to say, you know how you want to say it, and then y'all also know how to address things and have a conversation when it's needed. So just do it. Right? Now, number 3. Manifesting generators and generators have the same same signature and not self. What their signature is satisfaction. Their not self is frustration. As long as you are satisfied with the outcome, step, whatever, that's good enough. As long as you are satisfied with the outcome, step, whatever, that is good enough. Never bask in selfish energy, but preserve your energy as much as possible, though. Having a defined sacral, you have nothing but energy all the time. It's easy to get things done, right? But just guide that energy in the best direction at all times. Trying to satisfy others will always leave you frustrated and not yourself. Strive to satisfy yourself at all times. Be satisfied with what comes to your life as well. Frustration will cloud that mental clarity. Now, the astrology example for this one, Geminis. Do not, and I mean do not, try to pick up this and pick up that, pick up this because you can. Multitasking is something that comes easy to Geminis. However, you should always understand your energy needs to be preserved for yourself before you just give it out to people, because you can. And also, like I said, trying to do things for other people and knowing people will only be satisfied if they do it themselves, because they know exactly how they want it to do, how they want it done, but you're trying to step in and help. It will cause some frustration within when they're not satisfied with your hard work. And like I said, that frustration clouds that mental clarity. And as an air sign, you do not need anything clouding up your mind. You need to be crystal clear, on the money every time. So always, 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 always satisfy yourself and let others satisfy themselves. Of course, when you can satisfy somebody and you know you can, that will also satisfy you as well. But just use discernment and always check in with yourself. Because like I said, that defined sacral, you have enough energy within you. Always preserve it though, and use it when it's the best case scenario for yourself. Right? Okay. Now, last, number 4, reflectors. Their signature is surprise and their not self is disappointment. Now, surprise is really something that you should always kind of set yourself up for. Stop trying to know everything. Stop trying to be ahead of everything, because as a reflector, it's never a need for you to try to get ahead of something. Once you get in that area, in that space, in that energetic frequency with the person, place, thing, what group, whoever, whatever, wherever, you're automatically going to reflect it right back out. You're automatically going to consume it and be able to regurgitate it back to that person. You're going, person, place, a thing. You're going to be good with that. So allow yourself to be surprised with life. Allow your life to just be like, uh-oh, this is happening. And also be fine with those things happening. Because in those moments when those spontaneous things just happen out of nowhere, that's something that, and then not even that, the thing itself, when you feel from those spontaneous moments, that is a sign you're in alignment, because now you can just sit there, figure this out, and reflect it back however you need to. Or even if you don't need to reflect it back, you can always just fox everything out how you need to. Right? And now the astrology example I gave for this one, Capricorns. Capricorns need to never control what's around them. Life is supposed to be spontaneous for you. Make life spontaneous on purpose. Let it be spontaneous on purpose. Due to Saturn's rulership, nothing really will surprise you from Due to Saturn's rulership, nothing surprising will stop you from maneuvering through whatever is support. What the hell just happened? I'm not cutting this out. Due to Saturn's rulership, nothing will really surprise you enough to stop you from maneuvering the thing that just surprised you and getting done what needs to be done. That's the problem. I'm all looking down and stuff. Whatever. Knowing you can handle whatever with Capricorn placements, especially if it's in the 3rd, 4th, or 8th house, invite spontaneity in your life. Just invite it in. I want to be surprised. I want certain beautiful random things that happen to me. Like, just bring that in, because when you are surprised, that's when you're in alignment and you're going to be, one, as a Capricorn, going to be able to do whatever you need to do for yourself in that moment. But 2, it will allow you to really see that life is nothing to fear, and I don't need to have everything under my thumb in control, because I don't really need that. I'm like that, So yeah, let life be spontaneous for you Capricorns who are reflectors, especially if you are a Capricorn placement that's in the 3rd house, 4th house, or 8th house. Right? All right. And now that is the end of this week's 5-Star Coach episode, where you live a 5-star life if you take the advice. I also do readings for this. Well, I do readings, period. So if you ever want a reading, just hit me up on Instagram or TikTok, and we can, discuss everything from there. But as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. And as always, I'll be here next Friday. Bye, y'all.